Hello Epic Hero, recapping the month of July. As I often think of it, the summer month. For some reason July sticks in my head as the summer month. Probably because the 4th of July is in July. I don't personally celebrate the 4th of July like that enthusiastically just because I'm not that patriotic anymore. I used to be like the most patriotic person. I had a crush on George Washington. I had a comic strip about George Washington. I did my senior paper on George Washington. But yeah, I'm not that patriotic anymore. I guess part of like leaving religion, I also like left nationalism a bit. This whole month has felt very vacation-like. It's like I feel weird for how excited I am for this past month, for how much it's felt like being on a vacation. Like, you know that feeling if you've ever had like a semi-annual beach vacation? Like I used to have, my family and I used to go to the beach semi-annually, and if you have had anything like that, you know the feeling that just like the hotel breakfasts, the carefree like beach wind, the just like, especially for like a strict household like we had, a vacation was a big deal of just like being able to sleep in, being able to kind of do stuff however you felt, like in whatever order you felt like it. Spending a lot of time, if we ever traveled with family, then it would be like with cousins or anything, it would be spending time with the cousins. If we traveled with just my immediate family, it would be spending time with the siblings, you know, building sandcastles, rolling out of bed whenever. And I was determined to have a summer like that this year. I got out to Barton Creek multiple times, swam topless a few times and was able to tan. That's a huge win. I want so bad sometimes just take my shirt off, both as just like a person who doesn't want to be super hot outside and as a non-binary person who aligns a lot with masculinity. I just want to be able to take my shirt off like guys can. Goodness gracious, I will tell you, swimming in Barton Creek and getting out and feeling the sun on my skin is one of the most ecstasy-like experiences I have ever had. Swimming in the ice-cold water, free, alone or with people that I feel super comfortable with, and just like feeling the ice-cold water like nip at the back of my skull and like freeze my, like numb my brain, and just being very present in nature, allowing myself to follow my whims and feel like Mother Nature's energy throughout the sky and the beauty of the leaves, like allowing myself to feel the wonder in that and not like smashing it down with any kind of like irony at all. Oh God, it's just, I feel like amazing. And then just, you know, struggling in the water to stay afloat, I like feel my like fish side, you know? I feel like my connection to aquatic animals as I move from the land to the sea, and then I finally get back up onto this sunny beach and feel this heat beating down on me. It's orgasmic. I am not fucking kidding you. What blows my mind is the amount of these ecstatic experiences that I have missed out on in the past because of anxiety, guilt, repression, people-pleasing, and shame. All things which I have been working on in the past year. I should have no shame for my enjoyment of nature or anything that I want to do to further my enjoyment of it. And I should have no shame or guilt for my body and what I need to cover or uncover in order to enjoy nature around me. While I was trying to get a ton of stuff finished up, a ton of projects finished up in July so that I could move into August and like really focus in on studying, I also just went out a lot. I was determined to live my life this month, you know, and just be relaxed. I went out to more queer events, TGQ and the Q social, which are two LGBT socials that happen monthly. Went to both of those and I'm planning on continuing that. And I went on a couple more dates, but I'm trying to be more intentional with that, like really hang out with people that I just like really jive with, I guess, and not wasting my time on just people that the energies I don't click with. And I've also been finally officially exploring joining a coven. So that is in the works. It's been something I've been wanting to do for like a year. If you watch my August look back from last year, I mentioned like dabbling in Wicca, but it wasn't something I was seriously studying until now. So I got to meet up with my Wicca folks there. I got to meet up with my queer folks here. I got to go out with friends multiple times, and when I wasn't hanging out with friends, I was either enjoying the water or enjoying just sunbathing. Like for the first time in my life, maybe it's because I'm living my truth. Maybe it's because I'm being myself, because in the past I was like, I don't even like the sun. I like it to be dark. I like it to be rainy. I like running in the moonlight. I don't like the daylight. I can't deal with people, humans, or outside the house. And I know that's relatable and all that, but I'm not there anymore at all, and I never want to go back. I love the sun. I love my humans. I love jogging, running, exercising, all of the like non-nerdy things, because I guess because I can do them how I want to do them on my terms. In the midst of all that, I feel like Evelyn's also been feeling in her element and like enjoying the parties that we go to, or the swimming and stuff, and in our off time we've just been like low-key like chilling and taking things at our own pace, and it's all felt really awesome. Like I cannot believe that I've been with Evelyn for over a year and a half at this point. I can't believe that because it's just exciting, but it's really cool to me how we've both grown individually as people a lot in our relationship, and how our dynamic now is just like so different, but in a good way. Like we're both a lot more grounded individually in ourselves and more confident, and that just makes our unity so much more beautiful, you know? And we did continue the game nights. I think I mentioned in our last look back that she and I were looking forward to playing games with my aunt and uncle, my family and my girlfriend, like hanging out together and getting along. And I know that that's not something that has happened yet with my immediate family, but for now it's really special to have that connectivity with my family that I'm related to by blood, and my chosen girlfriend, the chosen family of my girlfriend. Like, just to have her accepted by them, it's just really nice to me. One reason why I keep making these is the progression of my mental health and my confidence as a person, and that has improved so greatly. Last night, Evelyn and I went to a meetup that we started going to last year. But last year, when we went, it was scary. It'd be meeting in a bar, and of course I wasn't used to that growing up like fundamentalist Christians. I wasn't used to that environment. So I remember when I first went, it was scary, it was overwhelming, it all seemed so big. I didn't know what to say, I didn't know the right thing to say. This big group of like adults that were meeting together to hang out and chat all felt so much more advanced than me. I felt like I didn't know anything about the world. I felt like I didn't know how to socialize. I felt like I didn't know how to order a drink. I felt like I didn't know the right thing to say or do, and I felt so small, and the room felt so big. And while it was exciting and invigorating, it almost felt like I was doing something like evil. And then we went fairly regularly last year, as often as we could. And then, we stopped going for a little while, just this, that, and the other. And then when we went back, it was kind of cool because it was this location from last year. But I was in it, and she was in it as the new us, the more confident us. And I can't totally speak for her, but all I know is for me, it felt small. The bar didn't feel huge, dark, intimidating, evil, like wrong. It felt like any other room. The people felt like random people that I could be my coworkers, that could be my acquaintances, that could be members of my own family. And I think I was scared last year that when all the newness wore off of a new community, of living as an atheist and sex positive and out and proud wore off, that I would be sad, that the depression would hit even stronger. That though I may feel more confident in my territory, it wouldn't feel as magical. But what I found is, the more that I've gotten comfortable with my environment, the more normal and right and chill and everyday run-of-the-mill that my new environment feels, the happier I am. The more filled and whole and stable and sturdy and certain I am. And it makes me way happier. Thank you for taking a look back with me into my month of July. I can only hope that your month has been filled with sun and summer and friends and health. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until I see you again, always remember that we are epic heroes today and every day of our lives. And I'll see you in the next video.